What's up, YouTube? Mr.StealUrGurl here with yet another Supreme Commander 2 cast. It's coming really close to my tournament event, the StealSpeaks Open. If you've signed up for it, thank you very much. And I've heard talk that some people want to drop out or are planning on. If you are, please remove yourself from the list because I'm sure there's some people who would really enjoy playing. But with that said, this one was sent in by one of my viewers. Let me introduce the players. The map, of course, is QAI Labs, and wow, what is Alphahex doing? He is the yellow UEF commander, and he is going for a comm walk. That is quite interesting, and opening with 2 research stations. That could be extremely nasty for his opponent, or a blessing. And his opponent, Ares. You know, I'm gonna go with Ares because I like it better. Anyhow, he's opening with an air factory and a research station. Quite a solid build, and a land factory way up there. Let's speed this bad boy up quite a bit as this map, plays kind of slow because of the long rush distance. Back in the day, I used to really love pushing all the way up and building bases right here, factories of factory team out, and just raining death into my enemy's base. I always found that to be fun. And Ares, I'm just gonna say that, is scouting. He has seen everything. He is completely safe to do whatever. And a very strange point defense there by Alphahex that Ares has totally seen. He scouted all that out. He has all the information, and unfortunately for Alphahex, he doesn't have an air factory. He hasn't scouted one thing, so there is nothing for him to really do or counter. But I'm sure he sees this on the radar. That has to be a land factory, and these little triangles have to be little poor little Geminis. Look at that guy just get shot up, but he didn't die. That's a pretty decent, that's a nice placement of that AA tower. I like that. But once these Geminis reach critical mass, they could one-shot that with 15 plus Geminis, especially with training, could destroy those heavy air defense towers, making them practically obsolete. Ares researched health on all units. I think he is going for the megalith. He is going to want to, yeah, he's dropping down more energy generators. He's going to need maybe one more. I don't know, but he only has 2 factories, so I believe his energy income is actually pretty good at the moment. And having an engineer to sit there do nothing isn't a great thing, but he could always build an anti-air tower if at all needed. Let's see, both players are just kind of kicking back. Let's just speed this bad boy up. What is being built? That is a strange place for a research station. I find that to be just asking. Just a kick me sign is all over that. And very nice scout there from Ares. He sees that there's not much going on there since that radar could see all of this. He doesn't know what that building is. That could be an energy generator for all he knows. Another research station there for Ares. He's not quite caught up. That's 3, 2, 4. And hardened artillery, that is going to be a major headache there for Ares. That is going to really hurt. And he is now scouting. He sees that there's 2 fortified artilleries. Nothing is getting through here. Those poor little Brackman and Loyalist combo, they had to back the heck up. But Alphahex is still able to fire at them, I believe. And Megalith 2, you know, I would say the advantage right now is definitely an Ares court. This is just a very interesting, super interesting gameplay. And I do believe Alphahex is going for the Disruptor Station. He is dropping down a lot of power because that is a power-intensive unit. And Ares, with his Engineer and Commander rushing out that Megalith. He really wants that out. He really wants to put the hurt on this base and this Disruptor Station. And will it go down? Will he see that? Will Ares see that? No, that Gemini gets shot out of the air. Now here comes some action, folks. I believe one or two of these megaliths. One megalith would have done it, in my opinion, with pretty good micro, but now there's the linked railgun. Now that research station is now very, very useful, and so is that mechs, and all those mechs. They are extremely deadly. And that disruptor station is being built rather rapidly. And what are those units doing just hanging out? They're not in a good position. Is he making a transport? That would be a very interesting thing to do. But now, as you can see, that disruptor station is about to fire. So his opponent should know. Yeah, that was a transport, a dragonfly. There's lots going on here. I really hope I could keep track of it all. And those megas are now firing. Not doing that much damage, but I like that hardened artillery. It's doing lots of damage there. And where did that... I think that transport got shot down just as I suspected, because that is a lot of AA. Oh, no, there it is. It's skirting around the map. And yeah, lots of megas going down. Very little damage, taking out the radar and pretty much all the land force and that point defense. Not a lot is dying here. Is that... Oh, that disruptor station is doing some work against those megas there. But, oh, that research station, that's a hefty loss right there. I really want to see what happens with that transport. I really don't think... I like that disruptor station ability, and I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it just gets shot down just as I figured it would. And all those megas were absolutely wiped out. I mean, that would have been a really good play if he skirted all the way around with that transport and put it right there at the very edge, so none of that AA would take him out. And there would be very little he could do except for those mechs guns and the guns on the research station. It would still be a headache, a big old pain in the butt, but that transport would have done so much better right there, because I think it would have been out of range of the AA. And if he's making transports, why didn't he first drop them off all over and just get free mass? Drop an engineer off all over and just get that 6 extra mass if he would have done it. Well, 3 guaranteed. And that disruptor station just wiped out that... I'm going to slow it down, folks. Wiped out that gantry, and wow, this is why you need a scout. Cybran artillery is so strong, and so are Cybran shields. 2 Cybran shields before that fires. This disruptor station is trying to go to work, and Cybran artillery are just so powerful. There's a lot of shields here, but they're UEF shields. UEF shields just aren't going to have the power to hold against the Cybran barrage, but it appears the disruptor station is doing a pretty good job at causing those heavy long-range artillery cannons to slow down their fire rate because of the disruptor cannon's ability. And those, I like the use of P shields. Those are doing the job pretty well, actually. And the regen on that is, it's just... This is the first time I've seen Cybran artillery be at a loss, almost. But the Cybran shields, there is no damage going on those shields, really, in essence, because Cybran shields could really, really just stack and no problem. As UEF shields just can't stack. And I like how Alphahex moved his P shields away when their shields were down. I think that's what happened. He really should be building that shield generator right in this area, but down goes that. It would have made a difference. Down goes that disruptor station. And I think this could be close to the end, but I think Alphahex is doing a really good job at putting a bunch of shields up. It's gonna still be tough, despite them being UEF shields. They're still gonna be kind of tough to chew through since there's so many of them, and they're with P shields. P shields are so good. I mean, honestly, UEF shields just drop down when one is down. They all drop. Whereas these Cybern shields, they kind of mitigate the damage so that the damage isn't like it doesn't knock down all the shields. Whereas some damage gets through and it hurts the units underneath there. Whereas with these UEF shields, the damage just it doesn't go through at all. Like, the shields absorb 100% of the damage, and that's unfortunate because that base is just going to feel so much pain. And I like the energy generator repair. It's a nice try there. It might really it'll slow the rate of attrition down, but look at these things. I mean, let's just take a look at them. I mean, let's just look at that right in your face. I mean, these things have so much power. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count, can I? No, there's 6. And a nuke launcher. My goodness. This could be very nasty. And I don't think a lot is going to get done with the Air Force against UEF at this point, considering there's all that A. Well, actually, no. There's not a lot of AA. There's a lot of AA here, but I think these Gemini, if they strike the right spots, they could do the damage. But of course, the Wasps are just getting utterly annihilated because there's so few of them. And I just can't believe the nuke is being built and researched. I don't think we've seen a nuke with StealSpeaks yet. This is going to be quite interesting. And of course, I'm gonna pop the speed up because I feel that this could be a slow death for Alphahex at this moment. I'm sorry to condemn right now, but you never know what may happen in a land gantry going down, and Alphahex has to know what that is because the range of that tactical missile on that bad boy, it just goes so far. And there's not a lot of AA to stop those Gemini. Those Gemini really could just do whatever the heck they want. And all those long-range artilleries are just wrecking shop there. And that nuke is well over halfway done. And unfortunately for Alphahex, he doesn't have anything to scout with. And that's a really powerful metal extractor, and down it goes. I think Alphahex is down to 2 metal extractors, mass extractors. That is so painful. He is living off a reclaim. I know he doesn't want to take this wreck here, but let's take a look at that nuke, and it is done. Well, not quite. I mean, there's that artillery is not getting through. I mean, I can't believe I said that Cybern artillery is not getting through. That's crazy. But maybe that was a nuke defense silo. Maybe Ares is very scared that... Oh, no, there it is. Let's slow it down, folks, and follow that nuke. See where it is headed. And Alphahex wisely backs out. And down goes that nuke. And boom! Down goes practically everything in his base in that mushroom cloud of complete death. And look at how beautiful that is. That is wonderful destruction right there. That is so unfortunate for Alphahex, but 2 fortified artilleries live. That's got to be some sort of consolation. And the Air Force could easily come and just wipe this out. There's some strange things going on over here. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry for the strange polygons. But wow, very few bombs get through there. And a lot of the shields blink on. Alphahex is pretty much safe. If he walked over there, he would be pretty much safe against these bombers because they cannot get through the P shields. P shields being so good at at being the absorbent. That's really amazing. And regeneration going on that ACU. I don't know what Alphahex is thinking. Oh! Oh, ouch! I'm so sorry to see that, Alphahex. That is so painful. But, wow. And in comes a Megalith. That is the end for Alphahex. Of course, the P-Shields cannot survive that. And no amount of regeneration would help. But Alphahex is pretty much done. He's pretty much accepted it. He is walking in to the March of Death. He is walking in and embracing death as Geminis. And a strategic launch. It's a little bit overkill there, Ares, but you are the god of war. And you really made sure poor Alphahex was dead. And you're walking your commander over. Come on, dude. Yeah, this is throwing everything you got at the poor guy. And there is the nuke just suspended in air. It doesn't look that dangerous, but I guarantee you that thing is one nasty character. And there's some tactical missiles there from Ares commander. He is really going in there for a nasty kill. And it's already done. That Megalith, I want to get a nice shot of that for you guys because that looks awesome. My mouse is a little bit too sensitive here. I think that's going to be good enough. There's that missile right there in the foreground. Tactical missiles from the commander. And there is Ares himself in all his cybernetic goodness, walking straight towards the crater that once was Alphahex. Thank you very much for sending this to me, Alphahex. Despite you losing, I think that was a really cool thing of you to do. You did really well against Ares, and I'm quite impressed there with that match overall because those were some very strange strategies. But anyhow, both players did awesome. Very cool use of the nuke there, Ares. Thank you for that, and thank you again for sending Alphahex. And like this video, subscribe to my channel, send your replays to StealSpeaks@gmail.com. And if you've already sent the replay, keep on sending them. I will eventually get to them. I have so many right now, but don't stop sending because I love having my inbox full of replays. So thank you guys very much for supporting this channel. And as always, GG.